Hello, I'm recording a video. This is, of course, I'm recording a video. An unexpected video. I didn't think to make this follow-up video until tonight, because I just found a comment in the comment section of a video I recorded a week ago talking about this projector I have, which is a Sony 5000 ES 4K laser projector. That's that model. And I just got a comment tonight, saying someone was asking me which player do I use, and that I started to write a comment, and I thought, no, I'll just make this video instead of writing the comment, because maybe it's better to say and easier to say in words. They asked me which player I have. My 4K player is a Sony UBP X800M2 region-free player. Now, what I want to say is something that I forgot to say in the last video. In that last video, I talked about the fact that my projector outputs material for 4Ks in HDR, high dynamic range, and HDR10, high dynamic range 10. I can switch between the two, whether it be HDR or HDR10, and I know that discs output both, but what I don't understand is it's a bit of a minefield for me anyway. I can do that regardless of the disc. So if the disc only has HDR, I can still switch the player to HDR10. I don't really understand that, but the fact is I can do that on the projector regardless of the disc, as long as it is a 4K disc, of course. This doesn't apply to 1080p 2K discs, or anything less than 4K for that matter. But that got me thinking, and this is what I didn't say in that last video. My player, this is talking about just the player and not the projector. When I go into the settings of the player, in terms of HDR, it offers me HDR, of course, and it says, I think it says auto or off. It doesn't say on or off, it says auto or off. But the point is, it only offers HDR. There's no mention on the screen in a way of HDR10. So I don't know if that means that there's no HDR10 signal being outputted from the player, because I can still, as I said, on the projector side, switch it over to HDR10 anyway. But I just thought I'd add this little tag onto my last video, covering the fact that, at least going by what the menu says, it lists only HDR. So does that mean that HDR10 isn't being outputted from the disc? Again, if it's not on the menu of the player, does it even acknowledge HDR10? I don't know. And the fact that I can change it on the projector is just kind of mind-boggling, at least to me. So I just wanted to say that. I know this is not the ideal way to be making these queries. I mean, on making YouTube videos about it. But I've looked in the menu. It's only got 18 pages of setup information before it switches to French. Not a lot is covered at all in the menu, so I couldn't see anything about this. I also couldn't see anything about what I mentioned in the last video about the switching from SDR material to 2K material to 4K material, and there should be an automatic switch to go from one format to another, or vice versa. I can't see how to access that. I've looked and I just can't see it. I can switch it manually, yes, but it should be done automatically. That's not covered in the manual. I don't know, But if you know, then please let me know. And if you know about this thing about how to actually, whether my player is or is not outputting an HDR10 signal, because the projector, maybe misleadingly so, shows an HDR10 picture regardless of the disc is playing, and there is a significant difference between the two, so it's not like whichever one you put it on, HDR or HDR10, it's the same signal. No, they are different. So for anybody in the know, please, I'd appreciate it if you'd also let me know. Like I thought it couldn't hurt to make this video. So if you know, please drop a comment. It would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching, and thank you in advance for the comments. Bye for now.